Today I want to talk about meditation. Does anybody meditate anymore? If so, I'd like to drop me a line and let me know what your experiences are. While preparing for this video, I did a bunch of research, and I found that Mayo Clinic and National Institute of Health and Harvard and numerous other entities have studied meditation, and the consensus is that when used consistently, meditation helps with mental and emotional health. It does this by lowering cortisol levels and activating relaxation impulses. It also helps with mood and depression. It does this by decreasing the symptoms of depression and enhances emotional regulation. And according to a 2025 study done by Mount Sinai, it shows changes in the deep brain areas like the amygdala and the hippocampus. Surprised I know those things. It also helps with cognitive functions, and it helps with brain related issues such as boosting attention, focus, and memory, even in older adults. So people with Alzheimer's and stuff like that, why not teach them to meditate? In fact, most people I talk to have no idea what meditation is, which is amazing to me. It also supports brain health by helping to slow your mental decline. It's similar to having a deep state of sleep without it really losing consciousness. It also helps with better decision making. You get something on your mind, some idea that you're mulling over, some decision you got to make. You sit down and meditate for a little bit, let your mind wander, and damn, some suggestion comes in your mind. And then you say, why didn't I think of that before? But it just works like that. It also helps with your physical health. It can help lower blood pressure, and it supports heart health by taking the pressure off your heart, stuff like that, because when you're in that meditative state, you're just kind of floating and whatnot. You're in the deepest relaxation you can have and still be conscious. It also improves sleep quality. If you do this before going to sleep, you go to sleep faster. And it can help reduce chronic pain. If you're in a lot of pain, all your mind thinks about is that pain all the time. Well, if you can meditate, you can take a break from that feeling of pain. It just kind of wanders. You know, when people have a hurt, not these heavy hospitalization type of hurts, but when you feel that pain and then you get busy doing something, and all of a sudden you realize you hadn't thought about that pain until you start thinking that you hadn't thought about it, and then you start feeling it again. It's just where your body reacts to pain feelings. It also helps support brain health in that it may slow age-related decline. It's also helps with better decision making and willpower. I've heard lots of stories about people that are trying to come up with a decision on something, or they're wrestling with a certain problem that have meditated and all of a sudden an answer will pop into your mind. And this is the kind of meditation where you're not guiding yourself so much. You'll put the problem out there, and then you let your mind kind of wander and your brain starts sending different things back to you, and all of a sudden the idea that you're looking for just seems to pop in your head. And with physical help, it can help lower blood pressure. I've always had good blood pressure, but a lot of times when they get ready to take my blood pressure, I'll sit there and get in a kind of a state of meditation, not as deep as when nobody's around, but you sit there and just relax your body like you're starting there's the beginning phases of meditation, basically, and they'll check your pressure, and pressure's spot on. It also supports heart health because of the lowering blood pressure, and it improves sleep quality. If you meditate before you go to bed, then you're more relaxed when you get in bed and you go to sleep faster. It actually can alter the way your brain processes pain. You had pains when you were in so much pain that that's all you could think about. You're almost immobile with pain. Well, if you can sit there and meditate, it'll actually calm that pain. It's if you do that while you're taking pain medication and stuff, it can enhance all that. So uh, some evidence shows that it can help the body handle inflammation and help with the recovery time from illnesses, plus help with overall resilience to illness. The act of meditating is based on physically reaching a state of euphoria. Everyone's experience is different, but from my experience, it's a feeling of a deep sleep without totally losing consciousness. An AI search comes up with 18 basic ways and many variants of those ways to reach the meditative state. You can also use VR headsets with meditation programs. You can use YouTube, find meditation programs that tell you how, and also give you images of calmness that you can meditate to. I found that once I knew what it feels like, the meditative state that is, I can concentrate on that feeling and quickly go into that state. My first experience with meditation was when I took a class on transcendental meditation, and that was in the 70s when I saw the rock band Beatles proclaiming its greatness on the news. And in the class, we were taught that 20 minutes worth of meditation would give you the amount of rest that a full night's sleep for a normal person. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on what we just talked about. So drop me a line. Thanks.